So I'm Gary Conroy, the Chief Product Officer for TransferMate Global Payments. So TransferMate Global Payments is a company that makes it easier for businesses and banks to send and receive payments internationally. So we partner with banks like Wells Fargo, ING, Allied Irish Bank, and in fact ING and AIB are also investors. They invested 51 million in the company in 2018. And we also power software platforms, so the likes of Coupa, which is a business spend management platform. We power all of their payments, both domestic and cross-border, in their product offering to the market called Coupa Pay. We also partner with SAP Concur for their invoice and expense payment products, and with TradeShift. So basically we think of ourselves as the engine that's powering cross-border payments for technology platforms and for banks. So TransferMate's looking to disrupt cross-border payments. Traditionally, cross-border payments have been made through the SWIFT network. And so what you have is these banks that have bilateral relationships, and it's called correspondent banking network. So when you make a payment, each one of those banks is one link in the chain, but nobody owns the overall process from start to finish. And each link in the chain needs to get paid. So there's lifting fees, sending fees, receiving fees, and often the FX is pretty opaque. So the way that TransferMate moves money is completely different. So we have this global network of hundreds of bank accounts that have access to the local payment schemes. So we basically make local payments. So if you take a payment of $10,000 that you need to make, so traditionally if you were looking to make that payment cross-border, you pay maybe $40 for a sending fee, $40 for a receiving fee, and say 1.5% from an FX perspective. It's $230 to make that payment. Using TransferMate, our network can make that payment same day because it's coming from our local accounts. And additionally, there's no wire fees, no $40 sending fee, no $40 receiving fee, and our FX is typically around 0.7%. So for sending a $10,000 payment, using the old way, very inefficient, $230. Using TransferMate, $70. And you can get the payment same day. All of the referencing information is there, and full reconciliation with your technology platforms. So it's really the combination of the way that we move money across the globe and our API infrastructure that makes it really easy for companies to plug into us. So I've been in payments for nigh on 20 years, and previously I was in the merchant acceptance side for e-com and internet gateway, a company called RealX Payments that was bought by Global Payments. I think what you've seen in the consumer payments and merchant acceptance world is this real evolution over the last 10-15 years towards integrated payments, where shopping carts and technology platforms have integrated payments acceptance into the platform itself. Where we haven't seen that really is the B2B space. So what TransferMate are doing is allowing companies like Coupa, SAP Concur, and TradeShift to integrate B2B payments. So I think that's the next big evolution, because a lot of people talk about the consumer payments, but there was $240 trillion of cross-border payments made last year. 176 trillion of those were made via SWIFT and in a very non-integrated way. So there's a huge addressable market in B2B integrated payments that's completely untapped, and that's what TransferMate are addressing. So for TransferMate, attending PayExpo is a chance to connect with our peers and with the industry. So not only to keep updated in the latest trends, particularly in Europe around PSD2, strong customer authentication and open banking, but also because we're powering cross-border payments for the industry, it's essential for us to come here to be able to network with our existing customers, network with prospects, and educate ourselves, make sure that we're on the right track from a product roadmap perspective, which for me as Chief Product Officer is obviously particularly interesting.